Hello, folks. Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for another Kaladesh Remastered draft. As before, I'm really trying to learn limited and improve my game. I've drafted off and on for years, but I've never really tried to take it seriously before. So comments on these videos are very, very much appreciated, especially when it comes to things like initial picks. We're going to be splitting the video in half. Today I'm going to put up the draft portion, and then tomorrow I'll put up the matches. And we'll see how things look. We have a pretty good rare. Let's take a look at the rest of the pack, though. At Uncommon, Airdrop Aeronauts is something that often goes a good chunk around the table. Outland Boar is committing to 2 colors early, which I don't like. The commons in this pack are pretty bad as a whole. Like, the best common here is probably built to smash. So outside of the rares and uncommons, this is a very weak pack. So I think Pia Nalar is going to be the obvious pick. I think red is the best color in this draft format. And I don't think it's particularly close either. So if I can pick up Pia Nalar and then like an early Ether Chaser or something like that, that'll be enough to commit me to red. Okay. Aether Touch Renegade is kind of whatever. It's a pinger for small creatures, which is cool, and that's good against some decks and dead against a lot of others. I don't like Demolition Stomper. Barricade Breaker needs very specific things to make it work. Elevating Goblins is good. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the red card to stay on color. It's that or Propeller Pioneer, but I don't love taking a Propeller Pioneer second pick. I can also cut red really hard in this pack. I can get rewarded in pack 3. Okay, this time I have to pick a non-red card for sure. What's missing out of here? The rare is gone, and 1 common is gone. I'm looking to be red. Armorcraft Judge isn't insane, but it's a very good reason to be green. Dawnfeather Eagle is also very good. Malfunction's good, but I think blue is the worst color in the set. I'm going to take Armorcraft Judge or Dawnfeather Eagle here. I think Dawnfeather Eagle pairs with the stuff that I already have a little bit better. I'm going to go ahead and take that. Okay. Gifted Aetherborn and Aether Poisoner are both very good. This must have been a strong pack. Only a rare and one of the uncommons are gone, so people must have picked up some very good commons here. Wow. So Gifted Aetherborn, Imperial Voyager, Aether Poisoner, Thriving Rhino, Renegade Map, Prophetic Prism. Maybe even Cobra would potentially make this deck. This pick's hard. Poisoner is good, but is double color. Sorry, the Gifted Aetherborn is good, but double color. I'm just going to go ahead and take a Rhino. No, I'm going to take a Poisoner. It's an Artificer. If we get Goggles, that's really good. That's Goggles. But this is a 5th pick Renegade Wheelsmith, which is probably about the time that I should be taking this as a sign rather than it just happens to be in the pack. Red hasn't been flowing the last 2 packs. But I'm not really committed to black yet. Goggles is great, but I think I'm just going to pick up the Wheelsmith and speculate that red-white might be good. Could have gotten into black as well, it looks like. Daring Demolition is very good. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take the red removal spell here. Same. Farsighted Infiltrator might be better. Like, that card's very good if I'm looking to specifically be red-white for vehicles. I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. I'm not sure about that pick. Goggles is a great pickup. This is playable. It's not exciting, and it definitely falls into the category of what I would think of as filler. Okay. Weldfast Monitor versus Infiltrator. I think I'm going to pick up Infiltrator as a 3-1. Oh, wrong button. Yeah, I'm really light on the 2-drop slot currently. Okay, I think I'm more or less prepared to lock in red-white, unless things get super weird. I don't like this combat trick. I'm just going to pick up a 2-1. I didn't pick up any Aether Chasers in this pack. I'm not going to play this. I'm going to take this on like the off chance that we open a black bomb. This is playable, but not great. Okay, I don't know what this one does. I see. This is a very risky removal spell. There's a very good card for me here that has no risk associated with it. I think I am just going to pick up the Renegade Wheelsmith and not get caught in the trap of taking a mythic that requires triple red. I made a wheel from this pack. Wetworks Brawler would be good. The mythic would be maybe playable. Mastodon is questionable. Skywheeler Shot is fine. The Doctor Arrest is very good. Let's take a look at the rest of the pack, though. Yeah, this is just going to be the removal card. I'm very happy with it. I am Creature Light currently. I don't have like Welding Sparks yet. I don't have the red energy removal yet. I'm not super exciting about an Impeccable Timing, and that's the sort of card that will wheel a lot of the time anyway. I think I'm just going to pick up a Propeller Pioneer. It's an Artificer for goggles-based reasons. This is a good combat trick. But I'm not poised to be this like awesome hyper aggressive deck without the red 2-drops. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and pick up a late game card. And I'm hurting for a vehicle. Is it Mobile Garrison over Spyside Infiltrator? I have 2 Wheelsmiths, so like being able to tap and crew is really good. It could be Iron Tread Crusher instead. Like just to have the 6/6, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the utility of Mobile Garrison. Damn, this pack must have been hot. Oh, a red 2-drop. That can give a vehicle haste. That's fine. Is that better than the Hawk? Questionable. Like the Hawk giving the Wheelsmiths flying is cool. I will pick this up. World Fast Monitor is not an exciting card. It's definitely the killer sort of card that rounds out your deck list, but that's fine. I'm not going to play any of this, and I'm pretty sure I don't have 4 of these yet. So I'm just going to grab this. I would not play Alley Evasion. I don't think I would play Frontline Rebel either, but I'll take the creature. I don't think I would play this. I will probably play that, or at least I would like to have the option to play that. Oh, that's a good pickup. Crew 4 is a little rough, but it makes your vehicles much better when you have them in multiples. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. Elevating Goblins would probably be good for our deck. I'm going to take a second here to just pull some of the crap picks out of this deck. Let's not try not to play Precise Strike. Try not to play Ruinous Goblin. Oh, Aether Chaser is fantastic. This is interesting. This is good. This is good. But I just really value Aether Chaser highly, especially when I have goggles. Holy shit. I'm not supposed to have 4 of these, right? Like, I've never had 4 of those. Oh wow, Welding Sparks, 4th pick. I guess that makes sense. I did cut red pretty hard. We'll probably get that Cobra out of the... Oh no, we're gonna be glutted on 3 drops. See if we can get these frontline rebels out of the deck. Yep. Just filled an awesome missing hole. I would like a map. Probably a lot to ask for. I don't know that I'm going to play either of those. I'm going to take the built to last. I think that's more likely to make my deck. This card may be getting cut from my deck, despite the fact that it's a pinger. I don't know, it does give multiple energy for my Aether Chasers. Would really like another Fireside Infiltrator. I think that card is going to be really good. I think as of right now, the built to last is not making the deck. I might... A 2/2 makes the deck in some world. For curve reasons. I don't think I want an Inspired Charge. Geez, do I need more 3-drops? I don't really need more 3-drops, but that is a good 3-drop. I also don't need more 2-drops. This may make the deck. Well, Alright, I'm going to have actual deck building decisions to make. Let's assume that doesn't make the cut at this point. Not going to play any of this. Alright, let's change this view and kind of get down to business. Let's start by dragging removal off to the side here and get a feel for what I actually have. I guess let's include combat tricks too. Or renegade wheelsmiths. Alright, yeah, I knew there was another one. Okay. So I have 3 vehicles and a lot of creatures to crew. Combination of renegade wheelsmiths plus these is probably pretty good. I want to keep both a high creature density and play all these vehicles. I might need to cut some of my non-creature spells. I think since I have so many 3-drops, I don't necessarily want to play the Aeronaut Admiral, but I could be wrong. Like, if your opponent just creates a 1/1 Flying Thopter, or has a number of, like, weak creatures this doesn't actually get to attack in, and it's expensive, I think I'm going to junk this. Maybe junk that. I don't love this card, but it does crew a larger vehicle on its own. And it is like an evasive card that also can sometimes gain life. Go Glutted on 3. Maybe cut a 3-drop. Is Pinger good enough? Not an Artificer. That's one of the things that, like, this otherwise mediocre card has going for it. I like the Speedway Fanatic to give haste to this stuff. This is so good with Thopters and things like P and K. Yeah, just don't play the Intimidate card. Maybe junk that and then just play 16 lands. I don't know. Like, I kind of want to have the 17th land since I have 4 things that require both of my mana symbols. Oh, this didn't resort everything for me. I can also just not play Built to Smash since I'm like trying to avoid combat. I don't know on my last cut or two. Go ahead and rearrange this here. looks like a deck. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video off here for today, and then tomorrow I will post all the matches with this deck. Please let me know in the comments what you thought of the draft, like specifically, were there any decisions you thought I was off of, or like would you have done anything differently with these last couple of cuts? I think this draft went well, but sometimes when the draft goes well, you have more decisions to make, and it becomes a little bit more difficult to tell what you actually should be doing in the deck building stage. All right, see ya. Hey folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here. So I ended up having a little bit more time than I thought today, so we can go ahead and record the matches today as well. Just had dinner, and I was kind of thinking about the deck passively, and I'm not sure that I want to play this airdrop Aeronauts. I kind of feel like dropping this from the deck might be good. I kind of look at my deck's game plan. I'm really looking to be aggressive and get early damage in, and then kind of finish by making things unblockable with Wheelsmith or by getting in with a large vehicle. And I'm not sure that the airdrop Aeronauts as a 5-drop really fits into that plan. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that and play the Built to Smash. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. There we go, and play the Built to Smash. I think that just leaves me in a better position overall. And then we only have one late game, like, huge mana investment card. We have things to do with our mana, and we have a couple of like random activated abilities between the Piecework Colossus and the Inventor's Goggle. It's possible I should go down to 16 lands, but again, if I have 4 copies of a great card that requires both of my mana symbols, I think I'm still okay with playing 17. Give me 2 seconds. I need to pull up my screenshot here. I forgot to do that. That's for me. That's not for you. All right, let's go ahead and battle. I haven't put very many wins on the board today, so I would like to do a better job of getting some wins. I recorded a historic video earlier today that did not go well. I will keep this. The hand isn't overly impressive. But it has 2-drop and a 3-drop and a removal spell for their 2-drop, so... Or probably for their 3-drop, actually. I've not had great success with actually wanting to bounce something with this card. My opponent actually have something they want to use. Sure, that seems like a very poor use of that card unless they're like very land light or something. Like that's the sort of thing that you would rather invest it in a little bit later on. Do not want to bounce a land. Maybe I should go to 16 lands. Maybe I'm just being a coward. Like, play 17 lands was the drafting heuristic that I was kind of like taught when I was initially learning drafting years ago. So that's just my default. An instant. The fact that this can't crew vehicles makes me sad. That's like very good removal. This is X, so it's 3. It's only 3. I don't actually control an artifact, but I will after Ether Chaser attacks. Okay, so unless my opponent has another unsummon effect, it's favorable for me to use Welding Sparks right now. We're really looking to draw a Renegade Wieldsmith so I can get through whatever big dumb thing my opponent plays in the next turn or two. Like I could be looking at a Serpent this turn, for example. Okay, so that attacks each turn if able. I think I go ahead and sacrifice an artifact so target creature can't block. Sacrifice my Thopter. Everyone can crash on in there. I will make a new artifact to replace the one that I lost. Now, yeah. We're going to get to pump our servo as well. I'm going to play out one more game and then maybe go down to 16 lands. Well, like, I want that third land drop every single game. Like, missing that third land drop is such death for this deck. Beautiful. I love it. I don't love not having a 2-drop, but that's okay. Great, we get to remain the aggressor since I get my creature down before my opponent gets theirs down. If they have the Lightning Strike energy card, I'm a little sad to lose this here. I don't know that I want to answer that, more that I want to just have my threat in play. Sorcery. Artifact or creature. That's great. I also don't know that I want to take a hit of that. The old life total's getting a little precious here. Unfortunately, because of the goggles, I can't just kill that outright. This is a sorcery. This is only for attacking creatures. That's a little awkward. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just play this. Red, red, or black, black. Go red, red. I was thinking about, like, accidentally targeting my own wheelsmith there. I'm still attacking. I might need to still attack. My opponent attacks all out and all my creatures are still alive. I have exactly lethal next turn. Yikes. Alright, well this scry... pretty important for me. A 1-2. Don't think this is strong enough. It can keep me from dying, but I don't know that it puts me into a winning position, and that certainly doesn't. Alright, I'm dead. A 2-for-1 blowout there at the end was pretty rough. I thought I was going to be safer than I was. Maybe I need to try to get like one more 2-drop into the deck. I have 5 2-drops plus Goggles as another early play. Maybe it's fine. I mean, this hand is quite good, but again, I'm kind of looking for a 2-drop play. Or at least something to do with my mana on turn 2. Denied. I have a Cobra that I could just play as another proactive early play. Speaking of, is 1 damage to target creature. That's incredibly good on this board. I think I like just playing... I like this card, but I want this active, because this is just going to, like, obliterate my opponent's 2 creatures. Yeah, I think I just slow my roll a little bit here. No need to trade Renegade Warsmith for either of their creatures this turn. Next turn I can ping the Cobra, and then like maybe Welding Sparks or Iron Tread Crusher or whatever feels right. Oh, that card's very good. That's a 4/4 instantly. That's quite convenient. I think I just like answering that. Keep them off of green for things like Pima Outrider. Now you can't block because you could trade in combat with me. And now if my opponent plays something big and scary, I have one of 2 different removal spells for them, and I have this Crusher as sort of my endgame inevitability. Like Crusher plus the Wheelsmith is going to get through any of their big dumb stuff. Alright. 5 mana is inconvenient. Just ping and kill this, and that's certainly not the end of the world. I might just go ahead and use the Sparks to kill the Ether Swooper so they can't get another artifact. Just kind of like go on the value-oriented line here. I am also going to go ahead and ping and kill this specifically for Gear Seeker Serpent reasons. I don't want that to be 1 cheaper. Okay, so my opponent has no cards. So this attack can be free. Suck the damage. Nice. Okay. Play Wheelsmith. Through this. Tap that. Submit. You can't block. Combat. Daggers. Battle. If opponent draws a bomb, I have Thopter Arrest for it. Slightly surprised to see opponents still getting in there. Yeah. Oh, actually, like, might actually play that card at some point in Historic. Let's take a look at the deck real quick. So what 2-drop options do I have? Is it just Cobra? I don't know that I'm interested in Ruinous Goblins. Yeah, I have a Cobra that I could play. I guess Gremlins is only okay. Gremlins is kind of the dream with Aether Chaser, though. Like, you go Aether Chaser into Gremlins, then Aether Chaser. Well, maybe not with this deck, because I might not be getting a second source of energy. Yeah, what if I cut the Gremlins to just play another 2-drop because of how important my curve is in terms of aggression? Let me take a new screenshot here. See if that feels a little better. Risky hand. I need to draw a white source or this hand does almost nothing. I have 8 white sources to draw. 2 draw steps in which to draw it. I think I keep, because I still have 1 playable card. And almost all of the non-land cards, or sorry, non-planes cards that are in my deck are good in some other way. Haster this turn, or just play the Cobra so I can attack with both next turn. Go Haster this turn, because having this effect in play for a vehicle that I draw later is important. Beautiful. I would love to draw a vehicle. Land would be fine, but I'm probably Renegade Wheelsmithing next turn, regardless. Removal spell's not bad. Let's start with the play that I know I'm doing. Is attack all. And then I think I go ahead and play a second Renegade Wheelsmith so that my opponent can't just, like, stay back on the defensive and stop my army. It's not my most mana efficient set of plays, but it's probably pretty good. Hunt the Weak would be one of the things that would be very good against me here. Just making the Rhino larger. The Gonti. Gonti's pretty likely to hit a removal spell. So let's play Aether Chaser, and then the 3/1 creature that avoids getting blocked by servos. If our opponent has the green-black sweeper, I don't think I can win this game. The -2/-2 to all creatures would be brutal. It's an uncommon. That just making multiple bodies is pretty good. this Crusher's not bad. Okay, what are my attacks like? I can stop the first striker and Ganti from blocking, and then lose some things on the attack in. I'm playing this turn. I don't know that I want to attack with either Wheelsmith, any of the Wheelsmiths. I could make it so like this and this can't block. No, I can make it so like this. All right, I'm gonna crew this. I don't want the first striker to block, and I don't want Druid to block. Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, I can still salvage this. This is worse than it should have been, though. I messed up this turn. I should have made it so Ganti couldn't block. I forgot about this. This still probably ends up okay for me, but I could have played that turn way better. I maybe should have just, like, accepted my losses there. You can make a large creature. I don't know that large creatures are great. This is quite good. We'll go ahead and use this and take that out. Keep one of the forests from untapping. Alpha? Alpha's probably fine. I'll make it so that you can't block, and I'll make it so that one of these can't block. I can lose something to Skyskiff. But I think I'm just looking to try and push some damage favorably this turn. And just get my opponent into the range where I can go wide of them and do the last couple of points of damage. Ooh. The lifelinker is a little annoying here. You can't block. Opponent. Yeah, I don't think I can present lethal this turn. I make it so that you can't block. Attack in. Are those attacks good? I trade a creature. Trade a creature, I trade a creature, I trade a creature. My board's gone. No, those attacks probably aren't good. We'll try to go for lethal next turn. This is a little annoying there, though. Yeah, now the first striker plus the sky skip is a little... Okay. I can go 3. Brew this, make it so that this can't block, give it haste, attack with it, crew it, make it so that this can't block. Just this, right? Just that. I guess it's you. Right, to get the sky skip out of play. This is a huge deal because it makes my renegade wheelsmiths much more likely to be able to actually, like, make my attacks favorable. My opponent is hovering over my creatures, which makes me think they have something like a Hunt the Weak. Would not be good. Yeah, my mistake has most certainly cost me this game. Alright. So you don't block, I attack in with all of these things. I think I am on the defensive enough now that I need to go ahead and trade away 2 bodies for that. I need to drag this game on a little while and hope that my opponent draws blanks while I draw hot. Okay, I have a flyer that can trade with that now. That's great for me. Oh, please don't have a removal spell for Pia. Taking this. Seems like I'm taking this. I'm first strike right now. So my opponent gets to continue this cycle where the Aether Chaser is just better than my stuff. And if I attack in with the Thopter, I can pump it twice, but the Aetherborn Marauder gains most of that back. Yeah, missing that I could crew my vehicle and give it haste was so bad. Oh, that's interesting placement. I would probably put it here. Alright. I'm not dead, but life is bad. So you're going here. Then I would like to kill Aether Chaser. I could block with P and K. And, like, a token. Yeah, I'm going to use a timeout here and think this through. I'm not blocking this. No, I'm going to block with the Propeller Pioneer. And then 2 other creatures. Block. If my opponent has a pump spell or equivalent here, it sucks for me, but I think I just have to call them on it. Seems like they do have something, which should be disastrous for me. Ah, shit. Just doing that for lifelink reasons. Alright. Alright, I threw this game. That's on me. Yeah, if I realized that I could have given the Iron Tread Crusher haste, I could have had much better attacks that one turn and, like, not thrown away bulk damage and blocks the next turn. Alright, you have to accept your mistakes. I messed up. This is the first time I've had Speedway Fanatic. An uncommon, I just haven't played with it. And I forgot the main thing I put it in my deck to do. I was just treating it as a 2-1 haster when that's like very much not the case. Alright, Aether Chaser into the Wheelsmith is awesome. Very happy about that. And I still get to attack this turn, which is great. Next turn I get 2 creatures, plus maybe an attack for 6. We'll kind of see what my opponent does. Okay, am I willing to attack with the Renegade Wheelsmith? Maybe. It's just so good, though. I'd be throwing it away for 3 damage? No. I think I just forced my opponent to hold back. I could redeploy Aether Chaser for some energy, but I think it's better to just go ahead and go wide. I have Dawn Feather Eagle that I can draw towards, or any number of removal spells. I don't think I need to be hasty. So now I have no good attacks. That's very good for my opponent here. Goggles. Goggles are good. Oh, no, 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 no. Just one. Just the first striker, please. That's interesting. We're gonna go with no blocks. What's gonna happen here, like a wrath effect? Aha! Alright, played around that. Ripping the mountains off the top of the library is not good. Oh. Alright, I feel pretty dead here. Like, my opponent has 6 cards. I have no real cards. My opponent has the larger creatures on average. I just have these goggles. well, that's pretty good. I have an attack this turn? I don't think I have an attack this turn. Where do I want these goggles? This is probably fine. Next turn I can crew attack in with a 7/8. Guaranteed 2-for-1s. Targeting. Oh, alright, it has the resolve first, but I presume it's targeting this. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I should have gone to 16 lands. Alright, show me your combat trick. I'm in such a bad position that I don't think I can play around it. I can't take 11 here. Two, 3 attack. No. I think I need to answer the flyer. Take 7 this turn, go to 3. And then I have to rip a creature. Alright. I guess I don't have to concede. My opponent might not go for lethal. I might be able to wait it out. Ugh. Yeah. That may mean that opponent just does not have to go for it this turn. Oh, gross. Yeah. I don't think I have any outs. Alright. There's 11 lands to 6 spells. That's frustrating. I'm really disappointed to just 2-3 with this deck. I thought this deck was extremely good. Like, that's how it goes sometimes. Like, one of those losses was my fault, so, like, we should have been 3-2 at this point, but I did not play optimally. Alright, I hope you all enjoyed that. Have a great rest of the day, and if you're enjoying this content, please consider, all that like, subscribe sort of stuff to help other people find my content.